Hello, my name is Robin Halston, and this is my podcast and also YouTube channel. I call this podcast the Robin Halston Experience, and today is episode 49, which is called The Art of Sucking. Which, if you have a dirty mind as I have, it can be confusing. But I've also named it The Art of Sucking Progression, Not Perfection. So let's get into it. It's common to want to be able to acquire a certain skill, to master something of meaning or something cool in order to impress other people. We all look up to people who are incredibly good at the trait that for us seems unfathomable for us to even try to accomplish. It's always beautiful to see someone who's mastered his craft, that has put in his or hers 10,000 hours and can make a living out of that thing that they've become so great at. We often want to be like the people we see on TV, movies, or in social media doing all these kinds of things or traits. But one thing that is commonly overlooked when it comes to these people of mastery is that we just see the end product. We see the culmination of hours upon hours of execution done over many years. We see the pinnacle of their craft in their show reel. We get to see the highlights. You can even compare this with what we see in everyday life with social media. You're not posting about when you cry or looking like shit usually, do you? I don't think so. Here starts a problem for many people. When we just see the end product of somebody's mastery, we easily forget the journey and the time that they've taken to get to that level of mastery. We compare ourselves with this and say to ourselves that we could never replicate what these people are doing. Everything we do in the same field as we have seen these great feats is never quite enough, and it feels like it will always fall short. It's commonly said that comparison is the thief of joy, and sometimes comparing yourself with someone that we've put on the pedestal can rob us of wanting to even try to begin. If there's one thing that I've realized during my journey of life when it comes to this topic, it is this thing. Instead of trying to be like this person that we admire, try to have fun and do your own thing instead. Because it's not fun or gaining your life with something positive. Why? If it's not fun or gaining your life any value or any positivity, why even pursue this thing that you're trying to master? Are you doing it for your own sake, or is it because somebody told you to? I try to see people as an inspiration instead. To see these people as a beacon of light for me to aim for, but not necessarily become. What has stopped me earlier in life is the fear of failing and not being good enough. But you are the only one setting the bar for that. No one else does. I hear so many times, oh no, I can't sing, or oh no, I can't dance. Nah, 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 I can't run. Um, I can't run with you because I'm too slow. And all this are lies. Except if you're a mute or paralyzed from the neck down, then I'll believe that you can't sing, dance, or go on a run with me. Everybody can sing, dance, and run, but the thing that stops people is being too much in their head. Everybody can utter a tone, and everybody can move their body to a song on the dance floor. It's when we get caught in the judging ourselves compared to others where we do wrong. Of course you can sing. It might not sound like Adele or Chris Martin, but of course you can sing. The same goes for your dance move. You might not move like Mick Jagger or Michael Jackson, but I bet you can move your hips in some kind of way, in your own unique way. The same thing goes for when people say that they can't run with me. I do marathons and ultras occasionally, and it's fascinating every time when people say that they can't run with me because of how much training I do. That has nothing to do with it all. If I want to run with you at your pace, that's my choice, but I've had people being afraid of being too slow to run with me. And I think that is bullshit. You have to start to become good, but you don't have to be good to start. Read that sentence again out loud or listen. I'm going to repeat this because I'm reading the text. So you have to start to become good, but you don't have to be good to start. Let that sink in for a moment. If you want to get somewhere in life, you have to take that first step. It won't magically appear that you can do a marathon after 3 jogging sessions. You won't bench press 150 kilos after your first week at a gym. You have to become humbled and realize that you are a newbie. For those who have a dirty mind, this chapter could have had another meaning. The art of sucking, unfortunately, I have sucked a too small amount of dicks in my life, in my in my hetero male life, to be able to instruct somebody how to suck proper dick. That's not my expertise. Sorry to disappoint you there. But the art of sucking, what I'm referring to is the courage and enthusiasm to remain a beginner at things in life, to constantly thrive, to find new ways of evolving and new things to conquer and master, to be humble enough to realize that life has so much more things to teach you. What's interesting with learning a new thing is that the first period, the learning curve is quite fast and then it pans out over time. And that we, after a short time, think that we've got this. We nailed the subject or the art that we've taken on. But the more you come to learn about one thing or life in general, the more we realize that the more we acquire, the more knowledge. It's like the more you know, the more you don't know is kind of very true for me when I learn new stuff. That the amount of knowledge out there to acquire in the field you're choosing almost never stops. And that's the beauty of life, that we never stop learning new things and that there's always more things to take in and embrace. As long as you're moving forward and learning new things in life, you are growing. As soon as you stop learning new things and start to see life like you already know it, and then for me, it's a time for you to rethink your life. If you reach this point, you are probably quite stagnant and in need of a new, fresh perspective. When we do go out to learn a new thing, be ready to get nervous. Be ready to feel anxious, out of place, feel like an imposter. Embrace it. It's all part of the process of becoming. Embrace those feelings of awkwardness until that feeling subsides and gets replaced with a sense of familiarity and safety. Keep on pushing, keep on learning. Time to reflect upon these words. When was the last time you tried something new? When was the last time that you did something that you wanted to do for a long time but was too afraid of even trying? Maybe it's time to sign up for the piano lessons that you've been wanting to do for ages. Hit the gym, get under the weights, or ask that man or woman out that you wanted to do for a long time. What stops you? Just get out there in the cold water and do something. Try it out, and you'll probably enjoy it more than you think. Thank you for tuning into this episode 49, The Art of Sucking, Progression, Not Perfection, with me, Robin. And if you have questions or inquiries, feel free to reach out on Instagram. My tag there is Robin Halston. My website is robinhalston.com. And all the links are down below in the YouTube video, and in the podcast episode you'll find it in the show notes where you can find me. You can also email me at robin@RAGGESRUNDA.se. Thank you for tuning in, and if this resonates with you, why not share it with a friend who maybe needs a fresh new perspective on the art of sucking. Bye. Thank you so much.